Hello friends, still on mathematics. So I'll be looking at this polynomial, the remainder theorem. So this very question says the polynomial x raised to the power of 3 plus ax squared plus bx minus 1 is divided by x minus 2 and x plus 1. The remainders are 7 and 4 respectively. Find the values of a and b. So in this case, I'm going to write solution. So I'm going to apply remainder theorem here, which I explained earlier. Now, in this case, we have two divisors, x minus 2 and x plus 1, and the remainders after dividing are 7 and 4. So I'm going to bring function of x, which is x cubed plus ax squared plus bx minus 1. Now function of 2, because x minus 2, when you equate it to 0, that's going to give x is equal to 2. So I'm going to solve for function of 2. In this case, I'm going to replace everything in this polynomial expression with 2. So doing that, that is the remainder theorem. And remember that this function of 2 is equal to the remainder. So for this, when this expression is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 7. So this is going to be equal to 7. Remember the remainder theorem. So in this case, so I'm going to replace anywhere I see x with in this polynomial expression with 2. So doing that, I'm going to have 2 cube plus a times 2 raised to the power of 2 plus b times 2 minus 1. Okay, so this is, remember, is equal to r is the remainder. So since the first one, when this is divided by x minus 2, the remainder is 7. I'm going to write 7 here. So this is going to be 2 raised to the power of 3 is 8 plus 2 raised to the power of 2 is 4. So this is going to give me 4a plus 2b minus 1 is equal to 7. So I'm going to reduce these numbers. So collecting like that, I'm going to have 4a plus 2b. So this is going to be equal to 7 plus 1 minus 8, because minus 1 will cross over to become plus 1. 8 will cross to meet 7 also to become minus 8. So this is going to be 4a plus 2b is equal to 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 minus 8 is going to give me 0. So this is for the first equation. I might decide to call this one equation 1. So because I have another divisor x plus 1 and another remainder which is 4. So I'm going to have equation 1 and equation 2. So now for the second one, okay, I can write it here. F. So in this case, so remember that if you equate this x plus 1 to 0, I'm going to have x plus 1 is equal to 0. That is, x is equal to minus 1. So function of minus 1 is what I'm going to solve now. And remember that is equal to the remainder, following the remainder theorem. So this is going to be equal to, meaning that in this very expression, anywhere I see x, I'm going to replace with minus 1. So doing that, I'm going to have minus 1 cube plus a times minus 1 raised to the power of 2 plus b times minus 1 minus 1. Remember there's minus 1 here. So this is going to give me the remainder, which is 4. So now, simplifying this, I'm going to have minus 1 raised to the power of 3. That is going to give me minus 1. If you times minus 1 into 3, that's minus 1 times minus 1 times minus 1. That's going to be minus times minus is plus. 1 times 1 is 1. So plus 1 times minus 1 is still going to give me minus 1. Then minus 1 raised to the power of 2 is going to give me plus 1. 1 times a is a. Then remember here is minus. Minus 1 times plus is going to give me minus 1b. So it's going to give me minus b. Then minus 1 is equal to 4. Now I will do the same, collect like terms. So this is going to be a minus b is equal to 4. Then minus 1 will cross over to become plus 1. Minus 1 here will cross over also to become plus 1. So this is going to be a minus b is equal to 4 plus 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So I have a minus b equal to 6 as equation, the second equation. So now I'm going to solve simultaneous because I have two equations now. So this has formed simultaneous equation. So I'm going to write, since I have equation 1 as 4a, therefore 4a plus 2b is equal to 0, and a minus b is equal to 6. So I can decide to solve using substitution method. I'm going to use substitution method to solve this simultaneous equation here. So doing that, I'm going to have, making a the subject of the formula here, is going to be a is equal to 6. Remember, this is minus b. As it crosses, it becomes plus b. So I have this as equation. You may decide to call it equation 3 if you like. I'm going to, meaning that I'm going to substitute for a in the first equation with 6 plus b, meaning that anywhere I see a in this first equation, I'm going to replace it with 6 plus b. So by substitution, I'm going to have 4 bracket, because a, this is equation 3, call it equation 3. So it's something like, if you decide to call it equation 3, doesn't mean this is 6 plus b. So anywhere this is a is equal to this, meaning that in the first equation I'm going to write 4 times a, that is 4 times 6 plus b. I'm replacing with 6 plus b, then plus 2b is equal to 0. Okay, now this, if I clear the bracket, I'm going to have 4 times 6 is 24, plus 4 times b is 4b, plus 2b is equal to 0. So this is 4b plus 2b is going to give me 6b. So I'm going to have 24 plus 6b is equal to 0. So I'm going to make b the subject of the formula. So I'm going to return 6b here, 6b, and cross 24 to mean 0. Crosses over equal sign to mean 0 because they are like terms. So I'm going to have 6b is equal to 0 minus 24. That is minus 24. You know, this is positive 24 here. So once it crosses equal sign, it becomes minus 24. So this is going to be b is equal to minus 24 divided by 6. I'm dividing both sides with 6, which is the quotient of b. So this is going to give me what? Minus 24 over 6. That is going to give me minus 4. So in this case, the value of b is minus 4. So now, for me to get the value of a, I'm going to bring out equation 3. But remember, I'm going to write substitute for b using equation Which of the anyway, this equation 3 and equation 2 are almost the same using equation 2. So I'm going to bring this because equation 2 is or equation 3 is a is equal to 6 because this and this are the same. 6 plus b. So in this case, anywhere I see b, I'm going to replace with minus 4. That's to get a is going to be a is equal to 6 b now is minus 4. So I'm going to write plus bracket minus 4. Remember, plus times minus is minus. So the value of a becomes 6 minus 4 because plus times minus is minus. So 6 minus 4 is going to give me 2. So the answer for the a is equal to 2 and b is equal to minus 4. Therefore, the values of a and b are 2 and minus 4. Therefore, a is equal to 2, while b is equal to minus 4. These are the values. Don't forget to like, subscribe to this channel for more. Thank you.